The session. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the live stream tonight. We're closing this out. We are 4 days this week going live, answering some of the questions that people have been asking, and it's been great. I've loved your interactions. I've loved your comments. So do me a favor. If you're watching this live, go ahead and type #live in the comments. If you're watching this on replay, then boom, the other thing, #replay. Do me a favor also, because if you believe that we have been sharing great value on this platform or this channel over the last few days with our live streams, go ahead and share it with a friend. And don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me make sure we get that right. Okay, there we go. We want you to like and subscribe to the channel. So go ahead, share it now with somebody so that they can come on and get this goodness with you. All right, so let's chat, let's jump on in. What is our question tonight? Our question tonight really centers around, how do you overcome VIC? Yes, video inferiority complex. Right? VIC is video inferiority complex. Now, when we talk about video inferiority complex, I'll go back to what I shared yesterday. One of the reasons that people don't get online or don't live stream or don't get on video enough is because of VIC. Right? I was speaking to one of my community members, and one of the things that she said was, "Hey, Robert, listen, I would love to go live more. But I don't have the setup that you have. I don't have your mic. I don't have your orange mic. I don't have your stuff. I don't have your lighting. Your camera looks so crisp and clean, and your backdrop, your lighting is right. I can't go live because I feel like mine is going to pale in comparison to yours, right?" So here's the first answer. Don't compare yourself to me. Here's the first answer. But what we're going to do is go through 5 things tonight that help you to overcome what we call video inferiority complex. Y'all ready? 5. If you notice, I've been doing 5 all week. Why have I been doing 5? Because it's easy to remember. I don't have to remember how many fingers to hold up. Like, yes, I don't. Yeah, it's five is easy. 5 is easy. All right. So we're going to talk about 5 things that you can do, or 5 things that you should think about in order to recognize that video inferiority complex is curable. All right, good. So let's go. Let's go with number 1. Here we go. First one tonight. We're jumping right in with the content, with the value. If you're watching and you are ready to rock, go ahead and type hashtag boom in the chat for me. All right, good deal. So let's go with number 1. Number 1, recognize that no one starts out at the end, right? Recognize that nobody starts out at the end. The thing that you're seeing right now might be just their highlight reel, right? You might be seeing their current highlight reel, but you are not seeing where they started. Okay. I want you to think about it this way. Think about the last professional photo shoot that you took, right? You took this professional photo shoot and you waited for a few days and you got the photos back from the photographer and you're like, oh my gosh, that makes me look so fantastic, right? That makes me look so fantastic, so great. And you look at it, and then I want you to look at those photos or think about those photos. Then I want you to think back to your high school yearbook photo. Right? Think back to your high school yearbook photo. Where you started out is not where you are right now. Right? So the way that you look then, thank goodness you don't look like that right now. Right? And that's how it is with these live streams, with these videos. The people that you're comparing yourself to, if you're comparing yourself to Robert, if you're comparing yourself to, Nick Nimmin or D Nimmin or any YouTuber, or if you're comparing yourself to any of your favorite speakers, etc., right? Nobody that looks a certain way started out that way. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share with you really quickly. I'm going to share with you 1 or 2 of my early videos. Right? So let me see if I can pull this up and share this with you. So let's go. Here we go. I'm going to share this with you, and you're going to be like, I'm going to point out a few things to you. All right. So here we go. All right. Let me make sure that this is right at the beginning and you can hear this.
Hey everybody, on today's What Success Looks Like, we're going to be talking with Sharice Stevens from Atlanta. That's What Success Looks Like, 5:15 p.m. today. Can't wait to see you.
All right. check out. So the thing freezes at the end, right? I'm gonna go and do that again and go right.
Hey everybody, on today's What Success Looks Like, we're going
to look at my eyes. Right? Let me go back. Look at my eyes.
Hey everybody, on today's What Success Looks Like, we're going to be talking with Sharice Stevens from Atlanta. That's What Success Looks Like, 5:15 p.m. today. Can't wait to see
you. Right? So this is early. This is like 2012, 2013. And I was just getting ready to do my first podcast. And that was a live video podcast, and I was doing that on YouTube or on Google Hangouts. Matter of fact, let me play something else for you. I'm going to play one more thing for you really quickly. So let's see if we can get this.
Hey, it's a beautiful day. The sunshine is beaming down. It's warm outside, and I'm just loving it. I want to talk to you about something really quickly. Do you ever wonder why some people just wake up and they have a bad attitude? They're depressed. They've got the weight of the world on their shoulders. And then there are other people that wake up and they just live life with passion. They're going. They're making sure that they meet their goals and their objectives for that day. Here it is. Here's the reason for that. Some people have learned how to create something new. Now, you've heard me say that a few times, and you've probably seen it on the site, and you wonder what that is. Well, here it is. Yesterday doesn't exist. It only exists in your memory. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about yesterday. The only thing that you have anything to do with, the only thing that you can control, the only thing that you can contribute to.
Let me pause that, right? So I'm not going to go all the way through that. But, you know, a lot of things are wrong with that. All right. You may say, okay, yeah, Robert, you just kind of have a confidence or whatever, right? Yes, I may have had a certain level of comfort on camera, but there's a lot of stuff that I didn't know. I mean, if you look back at this, right? I'm like all the way up here. You can't even see my eyebrows. You can't even see my eyebrows on this, right? You can't even see my eyebrows. My face is all the way up in the camera. If you looked right at the very beginning, let me see if I can go back to the beginning on this. If you looked right at the very beginning, you'll kind of see some stuff. All right, so maybe right around like 9 or 10 seconds. Check out my eyes.
Down, it's warm outside, and I'm just loving it. I want to talk to you about something really quickly. Do you ever wonder why some people just wake up and they have a bad attitude? I'm just loving it. I want to talk to you about something really quickly. Do you ever wonder why some people just wake up and they have...
You see my eyes dart left and right for a couple of moments there, right? Because I was out on the road and there was traffic coming by, and I remember the feeling of recording on the road and people driving by and me feeling like, am I looking weird to these people? I got my camera out and they're driving by and are they looking at me? So all of that's going through my mind at the time, right? So that's where I started. That was my first spot, right? That was my first space. That was the thing that, that I did at the beginning. But it's not what I look like right now. I do not look like my high school photo right now. So if you're nervous, if you have VIC, video inferiority complex, recognize that no one, what people look like now, the same people that you're looking at, that you're comparing yourself to, nobody looked like that at the beginning, right? So let me go to my next point. So point number 2, if you have VIC, if you have VIC, right? Here's how you get over that. Here's another thing that you can think about, or another perspective for you to adopt in order for you to get over that. Number 2, know that someone will always be better at something and will always be worse than you at something. Okay? Know that someone's always going to be better than you at something, and someone's always going to be worse than you at something. So even the people that you look at that are fantastic at stuff, that you say that their videos are like cream of the crop, top notch, the level that you want to reach, know that even right now, there's something that you do better than they do. Right? So you might be better. They might be better than you at telling stories. Okay? They might be better at you than lighting, understanding the lighting of their videos. You might be better at being concise. You might be better at getting a really short message together. You might be better at your body language, right? Know that someone will always be better than you at something, and also know that someone's always going to be worse than you at something. Okay? So that's number 2. I'll share with you an illustration here. I remember back in high school, there was a friend of mine, really good friend of mine, and we both were very competitive with each other. Okay, especially when it came to athletics. We were always racing each other, always trying to beat each other at some things. And then during high school, he kind of took up, or we both took up basketball. Now, I played a little bit of basketball, but I didn't really start playing basketball at all, or understood basketball until like 7th or 8th grade, because that's not the sport that I grew up. I grew up with baseball. But he started to play basketball. We all started to kind of play a little bit of basketball. And as you work on things, as you become better at certain things, as you grow in the sport, you pick up on certain things. Now, I saw some kids and they were like really good dribblers. And I'm like, I want to be a good dribbler. And I saw some kids and they were really good shooters. And I'm like, I want to be a good shooter. And I saw some kids and they could jump really high. And I'm like, I want to jump really high. Now, my friend, he decided that what he wanted to do was jump really high, or he discovered that he could jump really high. So upon this discovery about himself, what he did was he focused on doing that. And soon he was jumping really high and he was grabbing rebounds, and he wasn't any taller than me. We were pretty much about the same height, but he was able to jump and grab rebounds. And pretty soon I noticed that he was being chosen for basketball teams and pickup games because he decided to focus on that one skill. He decided, I'm going to focus on getting position really close to the basket and jumping high and grabbing rebounds, right? And he knew he wasn't a dribbler. He didn't care about it. He wasn't even trying to focus on it. He knew he wasn't a shooter, so he didn't care about it. He knew he wasn't Steph Curry. This was back in the day. We didn't have Steph Curry, right? Probably his father, Del Curry, was around. All right. He knew that wasn't his space. That wasn't his skill. He's like, I'm not going to go out to the 3-point line and shoot stuff. I don't care about that. I'm going to camp. I'm going to stay right around the basket where I can use my skill to jump and get rebounds. And that's how I'm going to contribute to my team. And if I happen to have an open shot right around the basket, little hook, a little soft floater, I'll put it back in. Right. And so that's what he did. That's what he did. So he was comfortable with the fact that somebody was going to be better than him at shooting. Somebody was going to be better than him at dribbling. Somebody was going to be better than him at doing hesitation crossover moves. But he was like, I'm better than them at jumping. I'm better than them at rebounding. And so that's what I'm going to lock into and focus on. Okay. So that's what I want you to think about. So let's go back to number 2 again. Know that someone will be better at something than you. And then also someone's going to be worse than you at something. So let's lock into those. Let's go to number 3. The number 3 thing that you could do as you seek to overcome VIC, video inferiority complex. Number 3 thing that you can do to overcome video inferiority complex is, here we go with number 3, include human moments. One of the reasons why a lot of people fear going live, or you fear that your video is not so good or whatever it is that you are afraid of the human moments, right? Maybe you got a dog and you're like, I don't want to go live because I don't know when my dog's going to bark. Maybe you've got kids and you're like, I don't want to go live because I don't know when my kids are gonna bust in, right? So as a matter of fact, including human moments is it's something that connects you with people. They feel like you're real, right? Maybe the lawnmower guy came by. Maybe you said in your videos. So I want you to hold on to that for a moment. We're speaking of saying and filler words, etc. All of those things. I want to share with you a tool in just a little bit that may help you with that. Okay. But I want you to think about just being relaxed and including human moments and acting like, you're a regular person, and they exist. So let me share with you. I want to share with you this video. I don't know if you've seen this before.
Shaking is all of your stabilizing muscles that don't always fire.
Of course, there's a video ad. I don't want the ad. Okay, let me get rid of the
scandals
ad.
Happen all the time. Cool. The question is, how do democracies respond to those scandals?
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your journalists just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do.
Here goes the baby.
Look
at his face. Look at the wife.
My apologies.
What's this going to mean for the region?
My apologies.
He looks
North Korea,
so
South Korea's
humiliated.
policy choices on North Korea have been severely limited in the last.
He looks so humiliated, right? But the thing is, even though he's on live TV, if he had, instead of kind of trying to push his daughter back and then he pushes her and she's in the books and she's smacking stuff off the table, he is a college or university professor and he has a family. And yeah, it might not be the most opportune time for them to come in. But the humanity of that moment might also endear him differently to his audience, right? So embrace the human moments. Embrace the human moments, all right? Make sure that you embrace or you include human moments, because those will help you to, even with imperfect video, even with imperfect audio, imperfect lighting, human moments really help to connect with your audience, because guess who your audience is? Human. Hopefully. Yes. All right. Good deal. Are you enjoying this? For those of you that are on right now, just go ahead and share with me. Type yes if you are, if this is beneficial to you tonight. All right. Good deal. All right. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. So the next thing that you need to know, how do you overcome inferiority video complex? So yeah, here's how you overcome that. You need to go live to get money for the fancy equipment. If fancy equipment is what's holding you back, you need to go live. Actually, all right, cool. That's a cheap reason. That's a cheap reason. Let me just share it this way. Let me get rid of this answer. How you get rid of inferiority complex is by not taking yourself too seriously. Right? A lot of us are so worried about making errors or making mistakes or being vulnerable or not appearing perfect in front of everybody else, right? That we do not ever click the record button. We don't click the live button. We don't put our stories and ourselves out there so that we can make a difference for somebody else, right? You've got to put yourself out there, and you do that by not taking yourself too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Because if you take yourself so seriously, you're going to inhibit, you're going to put up these false barriers or these walls that don't even really exist. And you're going to keep yourself from sharing amazing content, amazing experiences with the world. Hey, Donnell, good to see you live from New York. All right. Good to see you live. Hey, Gary, good to see you, buddy. Right. You don't want to deny your world of experiences, your experiences that might be transformational for them. So don't take yourself too seriously, because the truth is, although you might feel like you're the only one who's ever experienced certain things, the truth is there's nothing that you've experienced that other people have not as well. Somebody else in the history of time has experienced something that you've gone through. So don't take yourself so seriously that you are not able to share with your audience your experiences that will make a difference for them. Okay? So that's it tonight. So let's walk back through these really quickly. How to overcome VIC, how to overcome video inferiority complex. Number one, recognize that nobody starts out at the end. What you see right now is not where they began. So you've got to begin so that you can get to your end, or that you can get to your later. Again, if you don't remember the example here, think about your last photo shoot and then think about your yearbook photo from high school. All right. So number one. Number two, know that someone will always be better at something than you, and know that someone will always be worse at something than you. Okay. There's always something that you can use that is going to draw people to you. There's always something that's uniquely you that is attractive, that is like a magnet. So don't forget to find that and share it. Know that someone's going to be better at something than you. Be comfortable with that, but also know that there's something that you're better at than somebody else. Okay. And the third one, include human moments. Don't forget to include human moments. Okay. And that's not to say to manufacture human moments, but just be relaxed enough that if human moments take place, you acknowledge them. Yes, that's my child. Hey, how you doing? All right. Daddy's a little bit busy right now. Or mommy's a little bit busy right now. All right. Wave at the camera. All right. See you later. All right. Include the human moments. If your dog's barking, if your cat's running around, include those human moments. And then the last thing that we said was don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. All right. So listen, I hope that was beneficial for you. Do me a favor. If you have other thoughts or other questions that you want to see, place those questions in the chat for me, and I will begin to address them a little bit later on in some videos next week or over the next couple of weeks. I know that you have a lot of choices, that you've got a lot of places that you can go, but I'm thankful, I'm grateful that you decided to spend some time with me here on this channel tonight. So do me a favor, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I turn on the record button and go live. All right. So that's what I want to say tonight. With that, I'm going to turn on the music and we are about to get on out of here. All right. Yeah. All right, y'all. See you on the next episode.